Hello, Will. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our channel where we discuss all things startup related. Today, we are going to be talking about a topic that's near and dear to our hearts, finding a co-founder.
Hello, Ken. Yes, that's right. We are going to talk about how to correctly find the right co-founder, um, which can make or break your startup. Um, we are going to talk the importance of having someone who can share your vision and complements your skills.
Absolutely. So let's
Yeah.
start with the basics. Why actually do you need a co-founder? What's the aim?
Um, First of all, starting a company is a hard work, and it's almost impossible to do it alone. There are several factors like psychological factors, financial, and the things related to doing things all alone. Having a co-founder, in a sense, means you have someone, first of all, to share the workload, so you can split the work. Um, the person can be a technical or non-technical. It depends on the other person who is inviting a co-founder. And yeah, usually just bounce ideas off the table just to find the right one.
Okay, and actually not only that, but also having a co-founder can also bring different perspectives and expertise to the table. So you can divide responsibilities and tackle challenges together.
Yeah, but finding a right co-founder is a hard task,
Yeah,
I would
true.
say. Yeah. Um, Mostly finding a co-founder is similar to a marriage.
Mhm.
You are going to be married, quote unquote, to that person for almost 7 or 10 years. So the person should be someone you can get along with, and the person should be someone you can share your values. In my experience, it was someone uh, who I shared the common interests, hobbies, uh, apart from work related tech skills, I would say. That's why we got along together quite well.
Mhm. Mhm. So where do you start
Uh,
your
it,
journey?
it depends where you start.
Mhm.
Probably you, you can nowadays work on um, LinkedIn to
Mhm.
find the right person. I think that's the um, very trustful and loyal uh, tool, I would say, for a founder to find someone who can help with the company. And reaching out to people who are in the industry, they can uh, pinpoint you to a right person, um, whether it's a technical person or business person, but it depends on the geography as well. Uh, in Silicon Valley, the mentality is different. You are basically trying to find someone who is uh, as they claim are on steroids. Like the person is yeah, like 100% committed to do the things. But in Europe it's a bit different. People are a bit more relaxed. They are living work regardless of the time. If it's 5 p.m., it means that their like personal life is stepping up, and they don't care if something is like kind of burning in the company. So they just leave work. So it's a bit different. But in general, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it depends on geography.
yeah. Also, I would like to add something. Is the one way is to look within your existing network. Actually, maybe you know someone who has a complementary skills and shares his vision. That's how Steve Jobs and Wozniak found each other, if you remember.
Yes, their story is a bit different because it happened like um, they've been friends. Their story is a bit complicated in a sense, but knowing the person before starting a company can either hurt sometimes or can be very beneficial. It's sort of a gamble. You never
Mhm.
know whether it's going to work out with the person you are starting something with. But from my experience, again, and I think from your experience as well,
Mhm.
um, working with someone you know quite for a long time helps. At least you know your flaws and downsides. You can manage them. But with the person who you don't know and you just start a company, they can surprise you.
Exactly.
Uh, yeah,
Exactly.
down on the road. So that might hurt. Again, in general, I think everyone should know their responsibilities in the company. If you are a technical person and your only job is just to code, um, you just need to take care of your business and let the other parts to be
Mhm.
handled by the other co-founder or co-founders. So yeah, responsibility is a killing factor in this context.
Mhm. Okay, if we summarize, so we have the one source is LinkedIn. The
Hmm.
second one is your existing network, your
Hmm.
friends, maybe acquaintance, and etc. The
Hmm.
third is or can be startup events or networking events.
Yes,
You
yes.
meet people, yeah, who are
Hmm.
passionate about startups or maybe interested in working with you.
Hmm.
Uh, what else?
I think maybe like the platforms like Co-Founders Lab
Mhm.
and local accelerators or startup incubators might be uh, the place where you can look for a person to start a company. But um, it doesn't like end with like start finding a person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not that you go there and pick up one person who can help you.
yes, honestly,
It's.
if yeah, the best way is just to start by yourself to do to make the first MVP at least, or a mock-up, and talk to the users
Mhm.
to try to understand whether what you try to build worth of the further effort. Because finding a person is just the same thing as talking and getting an investment from an investor because you are selling something, not like literally selling, but selling your idea and vision. That that
Mhm.
happened to a lot of my acquaintances when they just failed because of a co-founder issues. They didn't commit. Um, they were they were not enough relentless, and the priorities have been changed uh, by the events that happened in their life. So for me, startups should be on the first place at least for a couple of years, like 1 to 3 years.
Mhm.
And if you feel that you cannot commit and you cannot live on a very minimal life standards for at least 3 years, I think the person shouldn't start anything. At least he or she feels
Mhm.
that, yeah, it's time.
Okay. So it means that the finding a co-founder is not just about skills and experience.
No,
It's
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
also
no.
about personal chemistry. You need to find someone you
Yes,
trust and can work well with.
yes, yes. It's all about chemistry, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about chemistry. It's all about uh, even 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 the product is on the third or fourth place. The only thing is if the co-founders are going to back each other in hard times.
So in this case, if you remember how Google was built by Larry Page and Sergey Brin,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They they their story is still a bit different because at the time, the 90s, even the early 2000s, was a bit different. Rather than like starting a company at the moment, no one, a very rare investors can write you 200k or 300k checks just for an idea these days. I think, and I guess that they were a bit lucky. Uh, Too many factors for Google to be the Google at the moment. The founders were from Stanford. It's a very prestigious university, and I personally know a couple of people who even dropped out from Stanford just to start a company. So it's not even that priority for people living in Silicon Valley in California. So if they have something in their mind and they believe that this could be a big thing, they can even drop the Stanford from the list.
Okay, so to sum up, findings about co-founder is a critical step in building a successful startup.
Yeah.
You need to look for someone who shares your vision, values, has complementary skills, expertise, and is someone who you trust and can work together.
Yeah, exactly. Just for our listeners, to our audience, if you are trying to start a company, try to do it first by yourself, at least to the point that you hit the brick wall. And there are a couple of things that you can do at least before going to find a technical co-founder. For example, no coding tools. You can use the tools that can help you to build the first mock-up or first MVP, as you can call it. But again, it's the MVP is going to be the next topic. It's a bit diverse topic to talk about, but finding and searching for a right person is also a time commitment. You have to commit time for that. But in any sense, you have to try first by yourself to see what are your limits, and then search for someone.
Exactly. Don't forget that it takes a lot of time, efforts to find the right co-founder, the right people in your team. But when you do, it can be a start of a great partnership and successful business.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Definitely.
All right. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us. It will be great if you have any questions to write down in the comments.
Yes.
Or about the next topics that you would like to be covered by us. Please write down, put your comments, likes, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and one thing is that we are going to invite the people from the industry, celebrity founders from Y Combinator and other tech startups in our upcoming weeks. If you want to be if you want to be in the attendee list, just drop your name and we will invite you to the webinar. So you'll learn quite a lot from that.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.